All right, guys, so this is how we're going to calculate the average daily balance. So if you look in question one, use the information in the statement to determine the balances throughout the month and then calculate the average daily balance for these purchases. So when you have a credit card and the frequency you spend, they need an average balance per day. So basically they have a cycle in there, and we're going to reference this statement, which you have a separate PDF file for. On this statement, this is what we're going to use. So we see all these charges starting at July 23rd all the way to August 18th here. And there's charges, there's things that he's returned, he's made a payment. So all of this kind of messes with your daily balance. And they're basically going to take the average of all these things spread out through the 31-day cycle. So this 31-day cycle is when your minimum payments are due, and everything's calculated on that cycle. So some credit cards can vary on that, but most common is 31 days. So that's one thing to note when you have a credit card balance, because you'll notice if you just use your TVM calculator that they don't kind of match up, and that has to do with the APR, and that's going to be part of your assignment today. So we're going to look at this balance and figure out why all that stuff fluctuates. Okay, so if you look at your opening and closing date at the top, that's meaningful right there. We have a due date, okay, that's when you got to pay your bill by, and then you got a minimum balance, okay, which we'll see how that works for us. All right, we've got a previous balance of $2,342.51. We have some credits, so we made a payment. If you look at our statement, we made a payment of $100, and then we did a hardware return for $50. So that's what our credit was. And then we purchased our debits, is the money we use the card to pay things with. So $410.89. Okay, and then we get like our total credit limit. Okay, so that's the most you can spend on that card. What's available as credit. Okay, 376, and then some credit cards allow you to pull out cash. Okay, so and a lot of times when you do that, and it doesn't say it on this statement, but like when you use your credit card for cash, there's usually a smaller balance to which you can do that for, and the APR, the interest rate, right here will jump up for cash advances on credit cards rather than normal purchases. So just a couple things on our credit card statement here. So it would help if you have this opened on another device, or just print it out, or somewhere where you can look at it on another window maybe, so you can just toggle back and forth, because you have to reference this quite a bit and then know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to scroll up and down, so I got another device I'm looking at, so I can just answer the question, and I'm getting everything from this credit statement here. Okay, so everything in gray and has those question marks, that's what we're going to figure out. That's what the assignment's asking us to do. All right, so let's go back to the question at hand, finding the average daily balance on this thing. All right, so first of all, I've already broke it down to save time. All right, I got this from the statement down below. So starting 7/19, that's the opening date of that statement, to 7/22, there were no charges. Okay, we made our first charge on the 23rd for gas. And so the days before that, your balance stayed at the previous balance, which was $2,450.05. So I'm going to write that in here. So we got $2,342.51. Okay, and it stayed at that balance for 9 days. So what I did is I counted the days from the July 19th to July 22nd. You can get a calendar that can help you figure out how many days that is. So it's 9 days. Okay. Then I'm going to look at the 23rd to NA. So basically what that means is that's when I made my first purchase, okay, for gas. All right, and I bought $70.61 worth of gas. So I guess I'm driving a dually or something. It's pretty expensive for gas. All right, so we're going to add that to our previous balance, and what we're going to get is we're going to get the amount of $2,413.12, and that's going to stay at that purchase for 1 day, because on the 24th we go and make another purchase. All right, and on the 24th we did two things. We made a payment of $100, and we went to the hard store and spent $139. So since we made a payment, that's going to subtract from the 139. So we're just going to add $39 to our 2,413. So what we're going to end up with is 2,452 and 12 cents. All right. And then we did that between the 24th through the 27th. So this is going to be on there for 4 days. All right. So, and now I'm putting parentheses here because it's time. So how many days did it stay at that balance? So the 2,300 for 9 days, 2,300 times 9. That's how long it stayed at that balance, and then so forth. 1 day for the gas and all that. All right, so then if we look on the 28th, we bought some flowers for somebody special, I guess. And then it stayed at that balance all the way to the 27th. All right, so we bought some flowers. We're going to add that charge, the $24.95, to our statement, and that's going to be 2,177 and 7 cents, and it's going to stay at that balance for 6 days. All right, looks like I'm running out of room, so use my magic pen. Boom. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, all right, let's continue. So on August 3rd, we did some grocery shopping for $176.33. We're going to add that to our previous balance, and that's going to jump it up to $2,653.40. Okay, that balance is going to stay all the way like that to the 18th, which is going to the 17th, which is 15 days. All right, and then on the 18th, we returned some stuff to the hardware, so we got a credit of $50.21. So now we're going to subtract that from the $26.53 because we returned it and went back onto the card. 2603.19. All right, and that was that balance for just 1 day. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to add up all this in a series. All right, so 2,342.51 times 9 plus 2,413 plus 12 times 1. And basically what these 9, 1, 4, 3, 6, 15, 1, these number of days is our weights to those things. So we already did weighted averages at the beginning of the year, and these weights are what's going to give us our average. So once we multiply and add these things in a series, we're going to divide it by the number of days, which is 31. That's our days in the cycle. And then what we're going to get is our average daily balance of $2,543.81. So our average daily balance. All that means is that through those 31 days, the average balance on our credit card was about that much. All right, and that's what they're going to base the calculations on.